I bet you that a lot of these countries don't even exist anymore.
That's also possible. And with the way things are going, who knows what countries will exist by the time you see this video. Hello everybody, Silverpicker here, and today's video is extra special because I have a special VIP guest with me, Silverpicker Senior, my dad. And I am on vacation visiting my dad, hanging out with family, doing all sorts of fun stuff, and we've been having a good time hanging around the house, and we've been doing some spring cleaning, which included going up into the attic and finding these guys right here. I found a portion of my childhood coin collection that I didn't even know I had. My dad brought them down and said, hey, do you know you still have these? I had no idea. I'm not even sure 100% where they came from, but I'll give my dad a little chance to tell you about how he found these coins in the attic, where they're from, and then maybe it'll give you a little insight into how I ended up getting into coin collecting and precious metals investing, and how I became the Silverpicker that you all know and love.
Well, the answer is very simple. First of all, hello everybody. I'm this charming young man's dad. I was looking through the attic and I knew my son was coming, and I was looking for things that I could possibly show him or talk to him about, and I came across these two bags of international coins. And I don't even remember much about them, but one thing I do remember is that when I was a little kid, I used to keep the coins simply in an envelope. And I know when my son was a young boy, I turned him over to him.
Yeah, so what I'm excited about is, it looks like, this is my childhood chicken scratch, which hasn't much improved, unfortunately, but it looks like I divided these all up by country. We've got Italy, that might be Norway, that might be Turkey. Anyway, I've got a million of these. Seriously, I've got a ton of these envelopes. And basically, I didn't know about silver back then. I just collected them because I like the countries, I like learning about the geography, and I think it'll be really cool to go through all of these. I'm going to be dumping them all out, and we're going to sort through them and see if there's any silver or anything valuable. And either way, I'll show you what I got. I have no idea how this will be. It might end up being a treasure trove worth lots of money in silver, and it might just be a bunch of bulk world coins. But either way, we're going to check it out. And also in here, we'll get to that in a little bit. If it ends up being too much, I'll do 2 videos, but it looks like this is the banknotes. We've got banknotes from Carl, banknotes from Crash. Maybe it says Cash? I have no idea what this says. But in any case, we're going to look through all of it, and we'll get back to you in a little bit.
And I bet you that a lot of these countries don't even exist anymore.
That's also possible. And with the way things are going, who knows what countries will exist by the time you see this video. Anyway, let's get to it.
All right.
All right, so I think the best move is we're just going to spill these out. Dad, you'll open them up. I'll start sorting through them, and we'll see if we find anything interesting.
Okie dokies.
Dump them out. A treasure trove of foreign coins. Or world coins, depending on your perspective. All right, let's just start it up. All right, we're getting down to the end. Check this out. Look at all this giant pile of world coins. Certainly these will just sort of go into my world coin pile that I sell in grab bags or make for trades. And there's always something good to do with massive amounts of world coins. And I did put a few on the side that were interesting, and we will show you those momentarily. All right, so we went through that whole first sack of coins, and we've got all of these just massive amount of world coins, bulk world coins, all the way from the 1930s all the way through the 90s, and this will just go into my bucket full of random world coins. But the stuff over here is pretty interesting. Some of it I have to just check to see if it's silver or not, and some of them will end back up here, but then there's some other really interesting ones, and I'll show you those in a second. But we're also going to continue going through this bag first, doing more of this triage to, separate the wheat from the chaff, and then we'll do all of the interesting stuff all at once. So we're going to continue on there.
There are a few that are historic in there.
That's true. That is absolutely true. All right, so it looks like we got some challenge coins. Take those out. I know there's some random stuff in here. This one says Susan B. Anthony. All right, let's see if we've got any. All right, not too bad. $4. I don't think these are the rare ones of the wide dates. I'll check them, but $4 if nothing else. Not too shabby. Let's keep going.
Notice he gives me the containers.
That's right. Old marbles.
That's where
That's where you lost
them.
them. Some marbles. Here, Dad, you can
Put it back.
put them back. Ooh, what else do we have here? All sorts of fun stuff. Oh, this is like, I also have some antiques in here. These are musket shots from the Revolutionary War or Civil War. Remember?
Wow, yes.
We got these from that museum.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Give you those also.
I was the guy with the rifle outside, right?
That's right. That's right.
Just joking.
U.S. Jefferson. All right, we got some nickels. Maybe we got a war nickel or two. Let's take a look. Nope, no war nickels, but they're all from like the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So, nothing too spectacular there. Ooh, we got some buffaloes. Check that out. I'll search these to see if we have any type 1s, and certainly see if we've got any with nice dates on them. So, I'll get back to you with that. Oh, wow. Max and Dad bought on camping trip in the South. These are all Civil War and Revolutionary War era bullets. Some random stuff. Oh, wow. Max's Indian heads. These are my Indian head collection. I'm not sure where I got these.
Tennessee.
We bought these in Tennessee?
Tennessee. Yeah.
Cool.
We went on a lot of camping trips.
We did.
Since he was 4 years old.
Wow. Cannonball by my dad, given to me.
By my father.
Oh, from your father.
Right.
It's a cannonball.
Yep. It was found on a customer of his property.
Wow. Check that out. Any of you relic buffs or history buffs out there can tell us what era this is from. I assume Civil War, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Could be Revolution, but
It's really heavy.
yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get hit with one of these.
No, not me. Ooh, we've got some 1943 steel cents. We're going to double check these, make sure there aren't any 1944s. If there are, we're sitting pretty. Those are worth like $1 million, $500,000.
Yeah.
And the rest are bills, I think. Oh, nope, we got a little more. What is this? Collectible keychains and other things. Let's take a look at that. Something tells me this is not going to be, okay. Keychains.
Valuable?
Wow.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
Bell Atlantic, collectible. Citibank, super collectible.
Ridiculous.
Well, this light doesn't work anymore. This is kind of cool. Little Heineken beer thing. Man, we're millionaires. All right, shut the video down. We're done. And the rest are the banknotes. And it looks like we've got some $2 bills as well. So we'll check those out. All right, so we have gone through all this stuff. We've got like over, several pounds of mixed world coins. We've got a lot of random banknotes from all over the world. Really cool stuff. Nothing too valuable. But we did have a couple of interesting US bills. So first off, just two $2 bills. That's $4. They're nothing special. You can see I did a video recently on rare $2 bills. You can check it out in the card over here. Definitely something you don't want to miss. And these ones are just worth $2 each. But there were two silver certificates. And one of them is a star note. Check that out. This one's worth a couple of bucks because of the fact that it is a star note. And it's not in terrible shape. Obviously, it has a lot of creases. I wouldn't get this graded, but it is definitely a nice little star note. And this might even be good enough to put in my US currency typeset. So that's pretty cool. And we also got a bunch of like reproduction notes that are still pretty interesting, historically at least, and a bunch of other like historical stuff. This is a fake, obviously, 2002 $2 bill, and these were handed out after 9/11 to commemorate 9/11, and I think to support local fire departments. So this is a pretty cool piece of history. And speaking of cool pieces of history, These are all reproductions, but my dad got these, I think, as a kid, right?
Right.
So this is like a historical, facsimile of the Gettysburg Address, and this was probably it's falling apart a little bit.
Yeah, I got that at Gettysburg
Yeah, and you were probably
with my father.
a kid. This is probably from the 1960s.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to open it up because it is very fragile, but that's pretty cool. And you probably got this at the same place. This one is a little bit less fragile, so I can open this one up. That's pretty cool. This is the kind of thing you could frame, and it would look pretty awesome in like a man cave or something, if you're a history buff. That's pretty cool. I'll probably give this to my dad to hold on to or sell on eBay or something. It has a pretty proficient eBay seller.
If you don't mind, I'd like to tell the story behind
Sure.
this. This is a copy of a Confederate bill, and it's not the actual size. But when I was a kid, kids would collect in the baseball card mode cards from the battles of the Civil War, and in that package would come Civil War money from the Confederacy copies, and we just thought they were the coolest. So I somehow have found this one, and that's probably has some collector value.
Yeah, definitely. And this is just an example of another reproduction of some old currency. This is from the state of Arkansas, and this is also a reproduction, but that's cool. And I did a video a while back on how to spot the difference between a reproduction of Civil War era currency. You can check it out in the card over here. And I really love that video. That video got only a few views. I was surprised because it's such an interesting topic. If you're into numismatics or American history, you gotta check that one out. Some other interesting things. These are really cool. I remember pulling these out of Cheerio boxes at the new millennium. These are, it says, one of the first 10 million first year 2000 coins. So these are some of the first pennies that were struck. I think these are all Philadelphia mint. And you can see on the back it has the certificate of authenticity. But these are really, really cool. And I gotta check, but I think there's some value to these. So I've got 3 of them, and I will probably be putting these into some grab bags that I make. In addition, there's a bunch of these coins. We didn't find any silver, so spoiler alert, no silver. And, checking out some of the American coins, didn't find any rare dates on the Buffalo nickels, but I did scrounge up 2 little Indian head cents. And nothing in terms of rare dates, 1892 and 1902 it looks like. This is really awesome. This is an Israeli metal, and I think it's in pewter, so I don't think it's silver. Normally the silver ones say the silver purity on the rim, or on the edge, but it's still a really cool coin. They did a really good job in the 60s and 70s. The Israeli metals, it's a national metal company, coins and metals, and they're just really beautiful. I have a whole bunch of those. Another interesting one from the 9/11 era. I think I got this as a kid when I visited the World Trade Center. This is one of those crushed pennies from the World Trade Center. That must be, it's certainly historically interesting. I don't know if it's actually valuable or not, but really, really interesting. Now, I got a bunch of other little bits and pieces over here. Some interesting Israeli coins. This one is pretty cool because these came from, I think, some kind of proof set, and you can see they're extra thick. These are the regular coins, but they're extra thick, and I'll show you an example. This is what the normal business strike looks like, and you can see they're the same coin, but look at the thickness. Totally, totally different. So I have to look up where these are from, but I think these came in some kind of special proof set. And I've got a lot more interesting stuff, and of course we've got the relics over here, but I showed you kind of the most interesting stuff that was in here. Super cool to have found this in the alley. To have found this in the attic, not the alley, that would have been weird. To have found these in the attic, really cool to sort of take a trip down memory lane. I'm glad I got to sort through these coins with my dad. It's kind of like old times, just sitting and sorting through coins. We did stamps, we did model building, we did all sorts of fun stuff, actually probably around this
mounting butterflies.
Even mounting butterflies. Probably around this exact card table.
Yeah, very much, very likely.
Anyway, Dad, did you enjoy being on the show?
I loved it. It was an honor to be there and to meet all of you.
Yeah, and do you think that they should all subscribe to my channel for more?
Absolutely. Maybe twice.
Maybe twice. No, don't click twice. Twice unsubscribes. Once is perfect, and
Sorry.
if you want to do it twice, hit the thumbs up button and give me a like. Anyway, Dad, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for asking me to be on it.
This was really fun, and as I said, I make videos about coin collecting, precious metals investing, personal finance, and even alternative investments every single week. So hit the subscribe button, come back for more. I got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silver Picker and Silver Picker Senior out. A huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys rock. Thank you to all of my new patrons. Thank you to all of my old patrons. If you're not yet a patron and want to become one, the links are below, and I can't wait to meet you in the Discord.